The Supreme Court stated that misleading the court to obtain an order with no intention to comply with it constitutes an act of overawing the due process of law, thus amounting to contempt of court. The court found the respondent guilty of civil contempt for non-compliance of its previous order and imposed a punishment of simple imprisonment for 3 months along with fine of 20,000 rupees. The court stated that misusing the process of court to tarnish the judiciary's image and threaten its integrity and efficiency cannot be overlooked in the garb of non-fulfillment of its directions due to claimed financial constraints. A bench of Justice Abhay S. Oka and Justice Augustine George Masih remarked, "Any person who misuses the process of the court with ulterior motives cannot be said to be a person having approached the court with clean hands. A person who tries to tarnish the process of litigation to the extent of misguiding and misleading the proceedings before the court resulting in passing of orders, which are to his benefit at the cost of the loss of dignity, leading to shrinkage of the faith of the common man in the judicial process cannot be permitted." The Supreme Court stated, "The malified is therefore writ large and reflect the misuse of the process of the court." After seeking an order from this court where benefit has been conferred on the basis of the submissions of the respondent contemner, not complying therewith amounts to contempt of court. The bench remarked, all through, as has been detailed above, the intention on the part of the respondent contemner was to use the judicial proceedings for his advantage, taking undue benefit at the peril and cost of wrong assertions and submissions put forth before the court, which would amount to misleading the court into believing the bona fide at the hands of the respondent contemner. It would amount to an attempt to exploit the procedural process of court to outreach and maneuver it, resulting in abuse of law and legal proceedings. A party misguiding the court to pass an order which was never intended to be complied with would constitute an act of overawing the due process of law and thus commit contempt of court. In the instant case, the opportunity having been availed, time having been sought and granted by the court further reflects the intent on the part of the respondent contemner to discard and tarnish the judicial process by polluting it. Disobedience of the order of the court in such circumstances would be the only result and thus civil contempt, the court held. The bench further stated, "The misuse of the process of court with an intent to tarnish the image of judiciary, threatening the integrity and the efficiency of the judicial system cannot be allowed to be overlooked and ignored in the garb of non-fulfillment of the directions because of now said to be faced financial constraints." Hold Shaji Augustine respondent guilty of civil contempt,